Today, we're spiraling over Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. We're talking about the excitement factory that is Turnstile, and we're dishing on some drag race tea. As always, we name our liar of the week, and we prove that there's a little bit of emo in everyone. Your friends and family might think this is trash TV. Your mom might have called your love for emo music a phase, but here we know pop culture moments and alternative music scenes shaped us and still do. Let's laugh together, cry together, scream at the TV together. Welcome to Reality Emos. Get the money and run. Meet me at the parking lot. Bang, bang, shoot 'em up, yes. Today we start with a rant. It's about Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, a show that had me feeling what this man felt for 10 straight episodes. And now feeling that void. Hulu, you're a raggedy wench for sitting on these 10 episodes. We know that you have them. We saw it with our own eyes. We heard it with our own ears. You have them. We don't know when you're releasing them. So, like, give us something, give us a date, give us a longer trailer. But I need this feeling again in my life. I don't really want to rewatch this season, but I might. I beg of you. So, this show, there's so much to say about the insanity of watching late 20, early 30-year-old woman with a random 47-year-old man mixed in there um act like high school. Like I'll say hate followed girls on TikTok who act like this, but the fact that we get a whole television show. Whew. It also recently came out this week that only Layla and Miranda are liberal women. It makes sense, but what we watch on our screens, like I was feeling bad for them a little bit, but I just don't anymore. Layla and Miranda, of course, I don't feel bad for them though. They seem to have it together. I mean, not orgasming is kind of normal for a lot of women who grew up in the church. And Miranda seems to have it together. She left Chase's crazy self. So, like, yeah, I, I just, I fiend for more episodes every day. Every night I go to bed thinking, will they announce when the new ones come out or something? Give us something. But they don't. I might do a deep dive on this show, but there's so much to say. I binged this in 3 days, all 10 episodes. I had stuff to do. I was watching my niece. Like, I had things to do, but I fit it in. It's super amazing. If anyone hasn't seen it, highly recommend you get yourself a Hulu login if you don't have it. Find a way to watch it. If, do anything to watch this. Next up is new music excite times. Turnstile is an excitement factory right now. Oh, listen, if you don't like what they're doing, keep it to yourself because your opinion's stupid. So they have given us 3 new music videos for 4 new songs and released those 4 songs on all streaming platforms in a month. They are literally releasing songs and music videos to form a full body in a way you would expect from like Beyonce. I love it. Um, So three new music videos. First, we got Never Enough. Mm, there's just so much artistry with everything that they've put out so far. And huh, this music video it had just super compelling ending where they're on stage with this background, and you're like, what's next? And we got Seeing Stars and Birds, a combo music video next with another gorgeous cinematographic visual. At the beginning of this music video, there's a guy after the seeing stars to birds transition, or there's a person just like dancing, and I felt everything they felt in that moment. I love a Turnstile combo video, and this gave what needed to be given. Then these legends went on to play a free show in their hometown of Baltimore, raising donations to benefit the healthcare for the homeless. Listen, we can also donate to this organization at hchmd.org. What they did was so needed in this time. This little music or YouTube video is a video on their YouTube channel from their full show, and even the video, it was 100% recorded on a 90s camcorder. It gives us punk, hardcore, grunge vibes. True vibes. Again, if you're not into what they're doing right now, shut up. Uh, and then 2 days ago, they gave us a new music video slash single for Look Out for Me. The ending again is definitely leading up to something amazing around the corner. I am obsessed. It's a Turnstile summer. The Never Enough album releases on June 6th of 2025, just a few weeks away from today. It's gonna be nice. I'll link the three new music videos and the video for their free show in Baltimore in the description. All right. Next up, I spend a lot of time on Reddit. A lot. Um, I don't trust Google anymore, so tend to look for something and then type Reddit after. Fun fact, I was supposed to record this podcast days ago, but my MacBook, for some reason, has 122 gigabytes of space taken up for my system data, and I could not figure out why for like the last 2 months. Reddit helped. Without, this is an ad. Without Reddit, I couldn't record this podcast. Thank you, Reddit. Anyway, so I spent a lot of time on Reddit, and I found a really fun question. We're calling this segment Reddit Realness. Who do we think is Andy's favorite ever cast member from any franchise? I personally am showing you the answer that I think is true. It feels like it's Shep. And thank you, OKLone4507 on Reddit for asking this. ATEX720 Addicts, who knows? They gave the answer that is 100% the truth with a really good reason. I think if he had to be stuck on a deserted island with one, it would be Shep, assuming they also had a stash of and a box of dead albums. And my favorite is Shep is straight wasp Andy. Yes, 100%. Deadheads are very bonded. So I definitely think it's Shep. Um, yeah, and this answer, like this whole thread's fire. He follows them. He follows, I think, only him and Craig for a while on social media. No one else. Next up, we're going to see an answer that I want to be true. Mimi. Uh, yes, she did sue him in Bravo, but as theory of communist says, it's water under the bridge. I've heard it too. I've heard he regrets it. I heard that she regrets it. I just want her back on our screens, but I don't really think she's his fave. The whole, if you're on a deserted island, like, I think that really shows who your favorite is. Like, think about it. If you have kids, like, there's a kid you wouldn't want to be stuck on a deserted island with, and a kid you would. And if you only have one, just think of it. Like, maybe you'll really figure out if you like them. Would you want to be stuck on a deserted island? Anyway, um, definitely not Brittany and Jax. That he does not like them, and I love it. And somewhere Sheena Shea just nominated herself. Yeah, Sheena probably does think that quality. That's quality commentary. Next up, it's the tour from RuPaul's Drag Race. Um, it has come to many's attention that Ariete is no longer Irene the alien's daughter. Um, allegedly, you know, Ariete she had Twitter fingers recently, and she alleges that their beef is about money, $50 to be exact, and Irene being a racist, a raging racist. Maybe not raging. I'm putting words in her mouth, but I find those reasons to be interesting because, Ariete is just now saying this. And she has alleged other things, but then walked it back. So I'm not even going to bring them up because I'm personally biased in this situation. Um, it's always been justice for Irene for me. I know she does not lip sync very well, but the girl is talented. I'm digressing. So, yeah, the beef between Ariete and Irene is allegedly about money, $50, not getting paid out on like $1,000 fee or something. And it's just interesting that this reason has only come out now that Irene has made it clear that she's not effing with Ariete. But I am inclined to believe it's about money because um, Mistress Isabel, she did a little interview of, not little, a big interview at the All Stars premiere. It's on our YouTube channel. I'll also link that in the description. And what Irene had to say about the split is this.
Because that was or is your daughter.
Not any longer. I
Okay, sister, once your daughter, always your daughter. We all have those kids we want to.
That's not, no.
Is it, you think it could be saved?
No, I will say this. I never forgive someone who with my money, my character, or my man.
Bitch, I can't even argue with that. That bitch, no shade. Arietta, you tried it, bitch, you yuck mouth hoe.
So I'm inclined to believe it's about money. Some say it's about a man. I feel Irene's just, serving us a sermon, but the truth will prevail, hopefully, maybe. Next up is a special segment called the Confessional Booth. Since this is my first episode, I'm gonna go back a bit because I know it's coming up. I don't have any submissions for the confessional booth, but you can submit anonymously. I will provide the link in my description. It's all over my socials, it's everywhere. Anonymous confessions. It can be about anything. It can be about maybe you have a Real Housewives opinion that could ruin a brunch, or a confession about one night at Warp Tour. Or maybe you just secretly love MGK or Machine Gun Kelly's pop punk era. I personally do, sorry. You can spill it anonymously, and I'll be reading them on the podcast. But again, since it's my first episode, we only have me confessing, which isn't anonymous, but pretend it is. You don't know me. So again, I'm always on Reddit, and I was inspired. I saw this story about Sonia being a mess 6 days ago. She was at Echo. She was brought out in an ambulance. She was given two options to leave in a police car and ambulance because she was so. Um, so I want to confess something. Sonia Morgan used to be my favorite housewife, my husband's favorite housewife. So much so that we paid to see her, Sonia in the City show at City Winery last March of 2024, I believe. And maybe 2020, I can't remember. I digress. The experience was horrendous. When I say my husband is a fan, my sister-in-law and I got him a cameo from Sonia for his birthday, and he's still, to this day, even though we went through this horrid experience seeing her live, says it was a great gift. One of his favorites, even though she got details wrong. Anyway, so I confess I used to be obsessed with her, and I now confess that this experience at City Winery plummeted her to way down low on my list, close to Ramona, even. Um, so we paid $100 each to get pictures. These are the pictures we got. I don't even know if an intern was taking pictures. I feel like it was like a random person that they found um near a fire extinguisher. You can kind of see it over here. Kitchen doors, I believe they were kitchen doors. An awful yellow backdrop that washed many out. That's not even the worst of it. We paid $100 for these pictures and an experience like no other. Here in the middle, you see this activity. It's her pushing my husband away for not touching her enough, for not being closer. He was yelled at, pushed away, and then I took some pictures and we were on our merry way. The show itself, a mess. She was divulging things she shouldn't have that I won't repeat. Um, Showing us parts of herself, both internally and externally, that we shouldn't see. And my feelings of her shifted intensely that night. Um, I hope Sonia gets a friend that cares for her and helps her. And she might already have those. I have friends that won't listen. So I hope she gets help. Next up, this is like the mean streak, is a liar of the week. Our liar of the week is 100% that Ronnie Radke catfish How dare he? Just kidding. It's Brittany Furlong. She's the liar of the week.
I've been going through a lot in my marriage, which was none of anyone's business until this man decided to make it everyone's business because he thinks I'm obsessed with him. On April 28th, this account messages me on Snapchat. I don't see it for 2 days. It was my friend Brittany's birthday. We were having a birthday party for her, and it said, bring me a piece of cake, MF, mother, right? And when they first messaged me, this video where it's like, show me your was the only video there, and then the next one that came was the other one that this is posted. One thing leads to another. This is the bad part. Obviously, I'm in a hotel right now. I've been going through a really tough
This is the bad part.
time in my marriage, which was none of anyone's business, but he's made it everyone's business. And this person started trying to seduce me.
I just knew when I started this video there'd be zero accountability, and she delivered.
And be like, you're so much hotter than my girlfriend. Like, he's like, you're my dream girl. He's like, we can have a secret thing as long as you don't snitch. Why would a catfish worry about me snitching? But okay. I told my husband everything. I said, I've been talking.
So usually catfish don't want you to snitch because they don't want to get caught. They don't want you to then say, Ronnie Radke's messaging me. And this comes out a lot sooner. You're not really messaging him. So they can't get the money or whatever they wanted out of you. But yeah.
To whoever I thought this was on Snapchat. He says it's not him. Cool, whatever. Because I'm a good person. I mean, I'm not a good person for talking to someone while I'm married. I've been going through a lot in my marriage. No excuse, whatever. I come clean to my husband. My husband freaks out, messages him. That's how this all started. And this is where he says, I didn't even know she followed me on here. Never messaged, never spoke to her. Doesn't know I followed him on here, but then sends me a message saying, we've been keeping a record of you liking my stuff for weeks. Bro, go to John 5.
Records can be made after things happen.
Profile, Danny Loner, any of my husband's friends. I like all their I like all my friends because I'm supportive. Since this whole thing has happened, he's messaged me 400,000 times. Like, doth protest too much, bro. I don't give a leave me alone. You've
So I think she thinks that it really was him still.
blown up my whole life on social media. This is embarrassing for me, embarrassing for my husband. This whole thing is embarrassing. I've been going through struggling.
She's not helping.
With at home. I'm in a hotel. Like, leave us alone, bro. Like, if you want people to be obsessed with you, like, I don't know, get another hobby, dude. This is just some serious narcissist. I'm done. Anyone can think of it what they will. All good.
So I got that video from TMZ because I didn't want to give her the views, but God. Brittany's the liar. Brittany Furlong is the liar of the week. The liar of the week. Because she lied to Tommy Lee by trying to cheat on him with Ronnie Radke, which is just, I keep laughing because it's crazy. to Ronnie Radke is just like the trash raccoon of his genre, and the fact that I don't know, but Tommy Lee also it's just a mess. But yeah, she just lies and is taking no accountability, it seems. Everything's Ronnie's fault. All right. Last but not least, we're proving there's emo in everyone. So, I believe that Demi from Secret Lives of Mormon Wives embodies I write sins, not tragedies. As you probably noticed 10 seconds ago. Why? I just feel the judgment in that song. Like you're stepping into a Pentecostal church when you're in her presence and listening to that song. Prudish doesn't even begin to explain her. I like even this graphic just aligns so perfectly. So anyway, Let's see. Let's look up the lyrics of Irate Sins, Not Tragedies, to make this make sense. It's just a feeling, you get a feeling sometimes. Let's see. Let's play it quietly while we talk about this. Maybe.
What a shame the poor groom's bride is a whore.
Like, that's giving Demi, for sure. Demi likes to chime in to things and sprinkle her judgment on it, like closing the door, the GD door, facing things with poise and rationality, like the way she talked to Taylor's mom, telling her how to raise her daughter, essentially. Like, I agree with the sentiment in a way and what she was saying, but you just don't do that. Keep it to yourself. You got a man, tell him when you get home. Yeah, so Demi, she is totes I Write Sins, Not Tragedies by Panic at the Disco. There's a little emo in everyone, don't forget. All right. Last but not least, we're just going to cover some things that I like. Dear Diary, today my wallet cried because this scene will not let me rest. Here's what's happening in the tour scene. There's a lot happening, but I'm just going to call out 3. Mayday Parade is 20 years old. Yep, the band that made you write emo lyrics on your shoes are now legally old enough to have a quarter-life crisis. But not old enough to drink. That makes me feel a little okay. They're touring now through June 7th. And if you don't scream miserable at best with them live, you're missing free therapy. Turnstile is just a constant in my life. So you'll probably hear about them every single episode. Don't be surprised. Baltimore's chaotic Good Kings Turnstile just announced their new album Never Enough, and apparently the only thing that's never enough is my tolerance for how hard they go. The album drops June 6th, and they have added Meg Mills as a permanent guitarist, which is iconic. They're currently on a world domination blueprint. And if you're not in the crowd this summer screaming TLC in your little black shorts, what are you even doing? Post-hardcore poets, Law Dispute, my faves. They're back with their first album in 6 years. It's called No One Was Driving the Car. And they released it in a little mystery style letter mailed to fans in a secret website with clues strewn to and fro. And Jordan has also been opening up about a lot of inside stuff. I am going to go deeper into this next week after I watch the documentary, which is on their YouTube channel. Their tour starts September 5th. Also, fun fact, Love Island premieres on Peacock June 3rd. That's it for this week's news. Now go sell a kidney and snag those tickets for this summer. And if you do end up crying in a mosh pit, please tag me so I can live vicariously through you. Peace, y'all. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.